with it. DJ Derek, you already know what time it is. This right here ain't entertainment for the weak-minded. This is elevation. This is information over manipulation. This is the frequency they don't want you tapped into.
Welcome to the Sabir Bey show.
Yeah, where history gets uncovered, lies get dismantled, and truth gets put under the spotlight. This is the platform where Sabir Bey breaks down the hidden records, unpacks nationality, decodes contracts, reveals the history they erased, and opens your eyes to the systems designed to keep the people asleep. He's waking the masses up to who they truly are, teaching law, status, civics, commerce, history, sovereignty, and self-knowledge. No smoke, no distractions, no watered down narratives, just receipts, research, and raw truth. Shout out to Stan for standing solid on the knowledge. Shout out to Chris Weems, always holding the line, and major salute to Sabir Bey for bringing the signal to the people. This is for the thinkers, the seekers, the builders, the ones bold enough to question everything, because over here we don't deal in opinions, nothing but truth. So lock in, open your mind, take notes, and get ready for another powerful bill with the one and only Sabir Bey. You are on air. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The truth is calling, 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 calling. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The truth is calling, 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 calling. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Give a shout out to my brother, DJ Derek and Chris, man. They be doing their thing, boy. They be making some bangers. This whole AI thing is crazy. That's kind of weird, right? So, can I play that back for y'all one more time? Did y'all catch it? Let me share this with you, and I got to give a shout out to my sister Edna. Let me tell you what Edna said before we do this. I'm gonna rewind that back one more time. So we're gonna have some fun. Live visibility restricted. What did the heck they? Y'all see what I be going through? That's TikTok. I think they be picking up like as if this stuff is not mine. I don't know what be going on TikTok, but you can show somebody getting killed on TikTok. So y'all better come to YouTube. So let me say this real quick. It seemed like everybody else getting mad, more madder than me. I was on the phone with my sister Edna. She said it's a damn shame that all this work you do, you don't get supported, Sabir. So sister Edna, I know I got it. I understand. Trust me. And I'm not even upset about black people that come on this feed every day. So she was upset, and they be more upset than I would be upset. They be more upset than I am. They be like, out of all this work you do, you don't get supported. I don't get supported. I expect that from most of y'all on this feed. So it's not a one-time thing. If somebody dropped me $100,000 off, I'd be fine. I would appreciate it. I ain't gonna lie. And I said, I don't like to talk about these things because people think I be bitching. They think I be bitching and moaning and crying about none of this, but it's not me. It's people who I can get on this feed and stay for 5 hours. 5 hours of straight information that you never heard before. So please, people, if you love this content, please support it, because that's how things go. Shout out to my Baba James Smalls too. I was going through some stuff and I had to call James Smalls. Shout out to Baba James Smalls, man. Always looking out, boy. If I'm going through something, I call some of these elders, brother. So shout out to James Smalls. Every time I call him, he's there. And this is why every time I have the opportunity to bring my brother James Smalls somewhere, I make sure James Smalls get paid, which most of you leeches on this feed do not care about if Sabir Bey gets paid or not, because I know you don't. I am going to stop responding to everybody that's trying to call me. So please don't try to email me. When you go through something, I'm going to say, yo, you got $1,000? Okay? So again, trust me, everything that I talk about, I am the reason, and I'm going to take credit for that. I am the reason why a lot of y'all have a lot of these books. The reason that a lot of these Moors that y'all watch on these platforms has these books is because of Sabir. And like my brother Ajmu said in Philadelphia, I am the only person that shows you their library. The only person that shows you their library. So people, if you're on this feed today and you get something from me, support it, sow a seed. Don't disappoint me, baby. Asabiyyah. Okay? Show your support now. Because I know you're getting something every time I'm on here. So Edna, I feel good, Edna. It's all love. I do my part to uplift fallen humanity. Okay? So if any of you Moors that wants to try me, you can try me. That'd be that'd be committing suicide. So we're gonna do this one more time. Shout out to my brother DJ Derek. I don't have to ask him to do anything. That brother be coming up with these intros. It's crazy. Let's go to the link is up. We're gonna give you this one more time. One more time. Shout out to DJ Derek and my brother Chris for this. All right. So if you want to challenge me, click the link. And if you're going to challenge me, please support it.
DJ Derek, roll with it. DJ Derek, you already know what time it is. This right here ain't entertainment for the weak-minded. This is elevation. This is information over manipulation. This is the frequency they don't want you tapped into.
Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show.
Yeah, where history gets uncovered, lies get dismantled, and truth gets put under the spotlight. This is the platform where Sabir Bey breaks down the hidden records, unpacks nationality, decodes contracts, reveals the history they erased, and opens your eyes to the systems designed to keep the people asleep. He's waking the masses up to who they truly are, teaching law, status, civics, commerce, history, sovereignty, and self-knowledge. No smoke, no distractions, no watered-down narratives, just receipts, research, and raw truth. Shout out to Stanford standing solid on the knowledge. Shout out to Chris Weems, always holding the line, and major salute to Sabir Bey for bringing the signal to the people. This is for the thinkers, the seekers, the builders, the ones bold enough to question everything, because over here, we don't deal in opinions, nothing but truth. So lock in, open your mind, take notes, and get ready for another powerful bill with the one and only Sabir Bey. You are on air. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The truth is calling, 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 calling. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The truth is calling, 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 calling. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
So this is how we're gonna do this. Trust me, no one that looks like us is bringing this type of fire. No one on no platform. If it is, please let me know. They can come on the feed. If you think that any of these dudes that y'all see today is bringing you this type of fire on social media, from music to into information, name somebody, and then I'm gonna tell y'all to go get them right now. Name them. Don't take it personal. I'm Philadelphia, baby. All right, but you can take it personal. So if anybody that y'all know on these platforms that is actually bringing this, like my sister Edna was upset because she was mad and asking why nobody supports this show, Sabir. Why nobody, they don't donate to this show. Don't think that I get donations for this show, people, because I really don't. They'll sit on here for 2 hours if I go 3 hours. So with that being said, welcome to June. We in Gemini season. I'm June the 7th, baby. What up? So June the 2nd, which is the day, while fasting eating does not include slaughter, today we feed by air, light, and water. The Gospel Hip Hop by KRS-One. One more time. Let's go here. Let's read the Gospel Hip Hop for January the 2nd. While fasting, eating does not include slaughter. Today we are fed by air, light, and water. Those are the things that you need. This is the Gospel Hip Hop by KRS-One. And actually, KRS-One is doing a philosophy tour right now. KRS-One is overseas doing a philosophy tour at this moment. Yeah. And I'm going to do a grab the mic tour as soon as we get the money together. So can somebody drop me like 50 grand, 100 grand? I'll do a whole grab the mic tour. Okay. If I can get these cats that sit on my feet every day and just try to write down stuff and steal content. So please, people, let's get the grab the mic tour popping. That's all I need is a big sponsor. Okay. So again, shout out to my Baba James Small. Shout out to my sister Edna. And if y'all would like to support the show, please, y'all, everything is in the bottom of the link right here. No excuses. I have Zelle, PayPal, Chime, Apple Pay, Cash App, all of those beautiful things. So if you're getting something from this, support it. But being said, Stan, come on the feed. Jarrell, where you at, brother? So I'm born and raised in South Philadelphia. So let's get this party started. Let's take y'all back to hip hop. Y'all ready?
Battery 40%.
I'm from Southside Philadelphia, baby. If you want to try to challenge me,
107 iPhone.
you better cross your T's and dot your I's, baby. This is hip hop. Let's go.
Unity in the community. We need unity in the community. KRS, hip hop is one. Conscious gangsters, hustlers, man. I'm living for that. I'm living for that. I'm doing it for. Yo, we went from nothing to something. Being real and not fronting. No one was giving us nothing, so we resorted to gunning. Growing up when we coming, up the line and not bumming. Dodging warrants and summons from the cops when we running. Going to school not for nothing. They teach you lies and assumptions, and they tell us keep coming. Coming to school not for. I'm living for that. Oh, I'm doing it for. Yo, we went from nothing to something. Being real and not fronting. No one was giving us nothing, so we resorted to gunning. Growing up when we coming, up the line and not bumming. Dodging warrants and summons from the cops when we running. Going to school not for nothing. They teach you lies and assumptions, and they tell us keep coming. Coming to school not for giving us nothing, so we resorted to gunning. Growing up when we coming, up the line and not bumming. Dodging warrants and summons from the cops when we running. Going to school not for nothing. They teach you lies and assumptions, and they tell us keep coming. Coming to school not for what? Coming back to a system that's whack and really not running. Oh, I'm sorry, it's running. It's not properly running. It's a conspiracy. Hear me, man. It's gotta be something. I can get guns faster than I can get an English muffin. And the black church ain't saying nothing. We on our own cousin. I'm sticking to this. I'm living for that. I'm living for that. I'm doing it for. I'm living for this hip hop. I'm spitting for this hip hop. I'm giving to this hip hop. My life is hip hop culture. And y'all know that. Hip hop in the media, y'all know it's whack. But just like them dope fiends, we keep coming back. Like the mayor of DC, buying Joey's crack. No disrespect to either one of them, but look at that. Study the metaphors in this rap. We bigger than crack, but we keep buying it. We bigger than rap, but we keep denying it. Justice, equality, we keep crying it. But the only way to get it is to start applying it. Fat Joe, that's my bro, shows enough respect. Talib, that's my bro, shows enough respect. 50 Cent, that's my bro, shows enough respect. Common, that's my bro, shows enough respect. Snoop Dogg is my bro, shows enough respect. Dead Prez, that's my P, shows enough respect. Cassidy's and MC shows enough respect. Hip hop is one, don't forget. I'm sticking with this hip hop. I'm living for that hip hop. I'm living for that hip hop. I'm doing it for hip hop. I'm living for that hip hop culture. Shape it like a sculpture. Touch it, why don't you? Touch it, why don't you? Hip hop is yours and mine, and that's fine. But hip hop's culture ain't about just crime. You caught up in the image and don't know their rhymes. You caught up in their bodies and don't know their minds. So I'm here to bring the truth into place. Like, don't think Common won't punch you in your face, and don't think Talib won't hold the heat. To stop the violence, you gotta know your streets. You gotta know Wu-Tang or Readers. Fat Joe's a leader, Busta Rhymes a preacher. KRS-One's a teacher, but through Cassidy, my lessons are quicker to reach you. We one community, I'm talking about unity. In other words, you and me, I'm with this. I'm living for that. I'm living for that. I'm doing it for. I'm living for that. I'm living for that. I'm doing it for.
Shout out to KRS-One, which is overseas right now doing the philosophy tour. I'm working on doing the Grab the Mic tour. Shout out to my brother Jamal. Jamal said that I should do a Grab the Mic tour. That means grab the mic from any of these conscious cats. So I can go on and on until y'all share it out. Okay? Oh, my sister California called me. Let me tell her I'm live. Let me send this to my sister California. Give me 1 second. Where y'all at? I don't need cheerleaders, B. So, everybody's more upset than me about y'all. So I told y'all, if anybody y'all think is that great on these platforms, please tell them to step to the forefront. And again, no one shows you their libraries the way Sabir Bey shows his libraries. No one shows you their library. So let's talk about a few things before we get started. Give me 1 second. So I want to do a grab the mic tour, which my brother Jamal actually called that, which means that you grab the mic from all these fake dudes that's on all these platforms, and I'm game for it. See, they say we better not get this boy no money. Sabir Bey may mess up my old flow. He may be able to get to everywhere I need to go at. Yeah, because if I did have sponsors, I would be everywhere doing the damn thing. So, Edna, don't worry about it. So they can come over here. And let me say this real quick, because I'm looking at black people, and y'all and y'all that sit on this feed and suck up and don't say nothing and do all the typing. I'm really looking at black people. Y'all are really out to lunch on so many levels. You Negroes are worried about Jay-Z here at the Roots picnic. This is how messed up black people are. And I leave simple comments on people's Instagrams, and I ask every last person that disagree with what I'm saying. I'll be asking them on Instagram, come talk to me for a minute. Then we can put it out to the public. Right? So I'll be commenting on people's stuff, and I'll be like, yo, man, that's stupid. Why y'all worrying about Jay-Z? Why you worrying about his hair? What? Do you know what happened in Philadelphia during the Roots picnic? Do y'all know how many people's cars got broken into that don't have tires on, that paid $200 to $300, $400 to $500 to go to a picnic? And the word picnic is pick a nigga. Let's think about it, the Roots picnic. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, you spent all that money to drive to Philadelphia to a Roots picnic. If you go online and look up the price for the Roots picnic, right? It's from $100 to $3,000. Think about this for 1 second. $100 to $3,000. You drove to Philadelphia, didn't know anything about Philadelphia, and these girls come out of the Roots picnic. They didn't have no tires on their cars. Their windows were broken, and I know that's a bad thing, but damn, but come on, bro. Like, if you could spend $3,000 or $500, go buy some new tires. You think the people at the Roots picnic cared about that? So that's what happened, because their cars was locked and secured. So this is what happened. Also, and I said to a sister on Instagram, I said, we have a lot more stuff going on. She said, I'm just giving my opinion about the artistry, about Jay-Z. What about the sister that killed her mother in Philadelphia? Did y'all hear about that one? Y'all didn't hear about that. I guess they didn't talk about that one, huh? Did y'all hear about the girl that killed her mother in Philadelphia? Or you don't care? So it was a young girl about 15 hours ago. It came up on the news that she killed her mother. Why is that? And how is that? But we don't care about those things. But let me see if I can pull that up real fast for y'all. Give me 1 second.
They believe stabbed her mother to death. Officers have taken her. This just in, police found the daughter they believe stabbed her mother to death. Officers have taken her into custody. Investigators found her mother in front of a neighbor's apartment on Westminster Avenue in West Philadelphia. She had multiple stab wounds and died at the hospital.
Oh, that's not important though. Oh, let's talk about the girl that was in, I think it was in Florida, the 20-year-old girl that killed her mother because she said she was hallucinating. And this is what pisses me off with black and people. It's not around the world because you haven't been around the world. People love to say it's the world. It's not the world. It's the craziness that's going on in the United States. It's happening here in the United States. I'm not worried about. Please, brother Tyrone, stop with the Sean Carters. We don't care about that, brother. Stop. I keep telling you, brother. All due respect. Like y'all, pay attention to what I'm saying to you. I don't know if it's a delay over there or not, but I want you to understand what this takes to do what I'm doing. It's a lot that you got to unpack and try to make sense out of. And that's what Edna was talking about. So there was a sister that killed her mother. Y'all can do the research. She was smoking weed and she started hallucinating. He said, well, she had a mental. And my brother from Philadelphia said, did she have a mental problem when she bought the weed? She didn't have a mental problem buying the weed. Now, some of y'all would probably say weed is okay. That's fine. That's cool. But you don't understand what this is doing. I'm going to give y'all my experience with my son. She bought some weed. Y'all can look it up. She killed her mother and then she killed herself. They said she had a mental problem. But did she have a mental problem when she bought the weed off the drug dealer? No, she didn't. But if you look it up, it was a young sister. I think she was 20 or 21 years old. She said she was delusional, had a mental problem, whatever it was, and she killed her mother, and then she turned around and killed herself. Let me give y'all a breakdown how this works. This is why I don't like being around certain people. My son, before my son was killed, let me give you the story about my son. My son, somebody laced my son's weed with heroin. It was dope. He was 20 years old. 20. Listen to me. I don't know why this thing keeps saying it. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted search results for 10 minutes because your live does not comply with the community. What? This is crazy, yo. Yo, TikTok is trash, bruh. TikTok is crazy. Y'all better come to YouTube, man. What is going on with TikTok? What did I say? Woo. Let's go back. So my son, I did a lecture in Louisville, Kentucky. Is Louisville? Yeah, Louisville, something like that. It was KRS-One, Taj Tariq Bey, Abdullah Bey, and myself. I had to literally, the money that and I don't know if y'all know what it costs to fly directly back to Philadelphia at the last minute. It could be about $600 one way. One way, $600. I can't get $600 from nobody if something was to happen. I'd probably call 2 people to make that happen. But anyway, my son, somebody, and literally, this is how ill our people are. My son was 20 years old. 20. Somebody laced his weed with heroin, dope, that is. And I literally left from Louisville. The next day, I had to fly directly back to Philadelphia from California. Listen to me closely. I want y'all to understand this. I don't care about a rapper, bruh. I don't care about a concert, fam. I don't care about none of this nonsense. The Kevin Hart debate is stupid as hell. We have some serious problems, and Negroes do not want to deal with truth, and nor do you support truth. And this is why KRS-One said, if it was a reward to tell the truth, everybody would tell the truth. There is no reward in doing what I'm doing. And I am still standing after all of these years, still standing 10 toes down through the good, the bad, all of it. When I left that lecture that I made sure Taj was paid, Abdullah Bey was paid, KRS-One, he definitely was going to get paid because Simone was there. but it was only supposed to be KRS-One and myself. I am not a selfish individual like these Negroes that's on these platforms. I pull people in, and I do have that video. My son, somebody laced my son weed with heroin and put it on. It was on YouTube. It was on Instagram. And I had to look at that. I flew directly back to Philadelphia. My son was hallucinating. Listen to me closely, people. My son started hallucinating, the one that was passed away. I had to fly back to Philadelphia. The cheapest flight to go to back to the East Coast that I had to go into Newark, New Jersey. So let me give y'all the rundown how the type of father that I am. I flew back. Why he's not out here with you, Sabir? He couldn't make it out here with me. He didn't want to come out here with me. That's not where his family's at. So it's a whole nother story about California and being 20 years old. So I flew back to Newark, New Jersey, which the cheapest was $400 and something. It was $600 or $700 for me to fly back one way. I flew into Newark, New Jersey, caught 2 trains from Newark, New Jersey to Philadelphia in the snow. In the snow. In the snow. I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to picture what I go through beyond this social media thing. So right after the lecture, I had to fly back here from Louisville, fly directly back the next day because my son didn't want to talk to nobody. He was at Pennsylvania Hospital. He didn't want to talk to nobody but me until I got there. My son started hallucinating. He was going behind the bed, pissing behind the bed. They had to keep somebody in the room with him. They had literally had a brother that was in the room with him. My son was asshole naked, just with a draping on, hallucinating. I want y'all to understand it. You have to be there for your children. It doesn't matter what this shit is. If you don't teach them, the system is going to get them. Straight up. So I flew back. His mother was right there in Maryland. She didn't come. She's right there in Maryland. No, I flew back. And I'm not knocking her, but that's her. She was in Maryland. That's a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm on the opposite side of the country. I flew back, gets to the hospital. My son gets out the bed. He didn't want to talk to nobody. But what my son told me when he was 20 years old, my son was killed in 2020. 2020. My son leaned over to me, and as I'm walking him through the hospital, he told me to never leave him again. Never leave him. I want y'all to understand this stuff is deeper than what y'all think it is. And my son was raising this, but when a parent takes their child away from their fathers who are doing things, that shit is hard. My son was shot the next year in his leg at 21. I need y'all to follow me. 20 years old, poisoned by somebody he thought he was cool, and they put it up on Instagram. 21 years old, he was shot in Philadelphia. Shot. 22 years old, he was gone in 2020. So tell me what state of mind I should be in at this particular moment. And I had my children with me all my life. What kind of mindset should I have? Should I be giving a hell about y'all? But you got people that get on these feeds and tell y'all fantasies. Oh, yeah, brother, I'm going to tell you, but Bill, I got a new documentary coming out. I need $250,000. But it's white supremacy, the tethers. It's foundational Black Americans. This is insane. You tell me about a concert? This is insane. Why these kids, man, it's crazy. But everybody are sitting up here talking about the Asian dude that killed that little boy. Let me explain something to you parents. If you are a serious parent, if you're a parent, raise your child not to steal. KRS-One says that in all the songs. Raise your children not to be a thief. Teach your children how to give and receive. We don't even know how to give and receive. We don't even know how to. I'm giving. I don't get receiving. We don't even teach our children the order of giving and receiving. Ain't that crazy? How could you teach a child that when you don't know yourself? So all this stuff is happening. So the big thing now is the boy got killed. The man got found not guilty. But if you look at the footage of the little boy that was in the store stealing, I'm not with murder, B. I'm not listen. I'm not for it. I'm not going to justify it. I'm not going to justify either end. but you don't know what it is in certain countries. You can say this is the United States, or you can say this is America, whatever you want, but he went in that store stealing. Are you following me? Why? Because of what we're looking at and what we're watching on television every single day in the United States. And everybody up in arms talking about the Asian dude. No, you shouldn't have had them in your community. How about that part? And the real people who are trying to teach you the truth or trying to get it out there, y'all hate on them so goddamn much. And then you actually sponsor the wrong people. You don't never see Umar Johnson in the community. You never see Tariq Nasheed in the community. Where have you seen these cats at? What are they really teaching people? And I'm saying this, people, because it falls on me to tell y'all this. I know some of y'all don't care until it happens to you. So I looked at the little boy and I said, well, brother, you went into the establishment. That's like somebody's coming in your house, bro. If somebody came in your house, what are you going to do? Let's be realistic. Let's use common sense and logic. What would you do if somebody broke into your house? So you can't get mad because in their country, in certain countries, death if you steal, your hands get cut off if you steal. Are you following me? So you can't say what somebody else should be doing. If this is America, let's teach the people the truth. And that's really what's going on. And y'all black folks don't want the truth. You love to be entertained. This type of conversation you do not want to have. You don't want to have this type of conversation. And this is why you allow the guys like Rod Hayes and the Tariq Nasheeds and the Umar Johnsons to say what they say. And anybody I just mentioned, you don't like I said their names, feel free to click the link because I go up against any of them. And this is what my sister was talking about. It's so much weight that's on you got to deal with, bro. And I don't think y'all feel it because your children are safe. Mm-hmm. Why? Safe. Okay. So I'm going to play some more music before we get into this. I'll be right back. What's up, Stan? Where you at, brother? I need somebody to join the cipher with me. Join the cipher. Don't forget to support and share. And let's talk to the youth, B. If y'all serious, share this out to any of these cats. Let's talk about it for a minute, all right? Because we're going to get into the Sacred Drift. And if you ever read that book called The Sacred Drift, let me know. You got so many people say, I read it. If you say you read it, I'm going to test you on if you read it. If you said you read the book, The Sacred Drift, I'm going to test you. And I suggest everybody get it. If you want to get a copy of it, I do have copies of The Sacred Drift. If you say you read this book, what Sabir is going to do is going to test you on this book. All right? It's called The Sacred Drift. I've read this book 20 years ago, and now I'm going back to read over it again. And I'm like, wow, it's a lot inside this book. But while we do this, where's my real men at? Okay? Where's my real men? Don't forget, smash the like button. And when people jump on this feed just to see if I'm going to go into the gossip, nope. Let's go. Share it, support it. Let's go.
Where my men at? Real dudes. Where you at? Look, me as a man, understand not a passing trend. Me as a man, understand we provide and defend. Me a man with a plan, my love, it never ends. I'm calling all my men, all my men that be holding down their house and their spouse. Men, y'all know what I'm talking about. Real men, providing for their kids, no doubt. Holla out, punch out, you the man in the house. Men, in my opinion, if we gonna start winning, for real, we gotta respect women. Every mister, hug your sister. It's the time to support your woman and not diss her. It's the teacher, overstand. I'm like a preacher, reaching your upper man. Man, many don't understand how important it is to have a plan. Me as a man, understand not a passing trend. Me as a man, understand we provide and defend. Me a man with a plan, my love, it never ends. I'm calling all my men, all my my man, me a man, understand not a passing trend. Me as a man, understand we provide and defend. Me a man with a plan, my love, it never ends up calling all my men, all my men, all my men that be holding their house down. You work to my men that be holding their spouse down. For certain, you spread love when you driving around town. Not jerk, you a healer, you take away what's hurting. Cause if a man can't do what a man plans to do, his purpose, then a man makes plans with empty hands. Woo! Worthless, he can't even understand or plan what the second or the first is. Let me verse this or reverse this statistic. We gotta think futuristic, strategic, logistical, and even mystical. We need a new ritual. I'm tired of jumping over buildings and having to stop the whole adult hands like children. Come on, you can do it, come on. And when they get paid, then they quickly run along. This ain't,
Y'all get it? As soon as these niggas get paid, they run along. Let's go.
just another for buildings and having to stop the whole adult hands like children. Come on, you can do it, come on. And when they get paid, then they quickly run along. This ain't just another song. This is that fruit that reveals the right from the wrong. It won't be long here before the storm's here, and real men are gonna have to be strong. Me as a man, understand not a passing trend. Me as a man, understand we provide and defend. Me a man with a plan, my love it never ends. I'm calling all my men, all my men. Me as a man, understand not a passing trend. Me as a man, understand we provide and defend. We a man with a plan, my love it never ends. I'm calling all my men, all my men. Be a man, stand on principle. Just be a man. God live in you. Just be a man. Walk in the spiritual, metaphysical, political, lyrical. Just be a man. Understand you not a passing trend, and this is the end.
Let me say this with y'all because James Smalls, I believe it was James Smalls today. I was talking about James Smalls, and he said to me, I was like joking about something. He said, "This is the job, and this is the mission. This is my job." And I had to think about that for a minute when James Smalls said that. This is the job. Wow, ain't it? What's up, brother Stan?
Peace.
Peace. What's good, bro?
Man, driving. I don't know if I'm in and out or what, but yeah, I'm here.
You know, I just sat back and I was talking about how my sister Edna was upset because she said no matter how much you put out, Sabir, the support is never there. And it's real. And I told her, I said, I can't get on here and be bitching and moaning about it. It's got to keep moving forward. That's what she said to me. She said that to me today. She said, I'm just mad. Like, she didn't say she's mad, but she was like upset because of the amount of information I give people and the support is not there. And this is why I played that song by Karis One, Real Men. You know how crazy this is when you gotta, it's a lot of stuff I had to be dealing with my children. And sometimes it frustrates me. It'd be like, yo, man, I don't want to talk to nobody no more. I'll be hitting people up, be like, yo, and people will disappoint you in a heartbeat, bro. A lot of y'all are disappointment. So I was sitting up last night and I was reading this book that I had over 20 years called The Sacred Drift. I told everybody they should get it. And this is why I said I laugh at black people because y'all don't want truth. I'm reading this book. Mind you, I had this book over 20 years, bro. Over 20 years. And there was one copy I had. This dude paid $100. I was on the Blue Line in LA. And this dude paid me $100 for this book called The Sacred Drift. Now, if you say y'all read this, I'm going to challenge you on it. I will challenge you, all you Moors, on it. If you read this book called The Sacred Drift, which I do have, if y'all would like to get a copy, please holler at me. Now, it's a lot of stuff that was inside here. And then I had to look him up. Do you know anything? And I'm going to test these people. See, I was always taught to study the authors of things, right? Right? Do you know another name that this guy have? Anybody that's, because I know some of these Moors are lurking on the background. I know they're lurking. Do you know another name that he went by? Do you even know who that person is? This is a book on Noble Drew Ali and the Moors in the United States. This is the craziest thing ever. So, I read this book over 20 years ago, about 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. And last night, I'm sitting up last night and I'm reading through this book, right? I'm reading through this book over 20 years. So if somebody said they read this book, he mentioned some people inside that book. He mentions a lot of people inside. He probably heard him went to go look it up online. I'm gonna look it up online. That's what people say, right? That's what they do. So I'm gonna test you. So I'm sitting up last night and I'm going through this book. And I said, what did he, you know, this is the, like, I'm sitting here like, this dude lived over in Iran, in Persia, in Iran. And I'm sitting back, and because I have to study the authors, right? And I said, wait a minute. He lived in Iran. He just passed away in 2022. 2022, he passed away. This book came out in 95, I think it was. No, 93, 93, 93, 90, something around that time. So now, mind you, at that time, I'm running the streets. I'm doing what I'm doing. I ain't get into this till like 96, 97, 90, 96, 97, 98. So as I'm reading this book, I said, wait a minute. Yes, he used the name Hakeem Bey, right? Anybody can go look that up. You know, most of you cats, y'all be, you know what? Some of these people be cheating. You know what? Some of these conscious people be on these lines, they be cheating. Because if you heard about this book, why nobody never brought this book up before? Think about it. Have you ever heard of this book before, Stan? How many of y'all heard of the book? Right?
Nah,
So
I really haven't heard of it. You don't hear too many people talk about stuff until after you would put something on there.
after I put it up here, then everybody wants to talk about it, right? So I'm talking to my brother Yoel at the Underground Bookstore. So Yoel saying he had a copy of the book, right? So I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, let me dig deeper into this dude. He lived in Iran. Who else is from Iran? Do y'all know? Now, if you go overseas, this kills me with our people. If you go overseas, right? If you go overseas, like they say in Dubai and Iran and places like that, you will really find real literature there, like real in that language and also in English, which Sabir does without none of y'all sponsoring him. And that's what Edna was getting upset about, because I give no matter what it is. And I gotta wait for somebody to promise me something, say next week, and then it never come through, and they think I forgot about it, then they'll call me. That's what black people do. They'll try to call me, say, I got you next week. I got you on Friday. And then when Friday comes, I don't say nothing. I'll be just looking at I'm like, okay, I got you. All right, I know where you at. And this is what happens with our people here, because they got our people so busy trying to make ends meet, right? But no matter, I don't think people know that I have to do the same thing 24/7. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm reading this book till 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's hitting me. I said, wait a minute, it's starting to make sense. I'm gonna give you an example. Yes, Persian, right? So it started to make sense, right? Zariat is from Iran. Blackbird, you know, Zariat. So I sat back and I said, okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can put this puzzle together to make it make sense. So as I'm doing this, I said, let's pull up the Elamites. So if this dude lived there in Iran for 8 years, you think he didn't run across something like this? I told you, your scholars don't do that, B. You think he didn't run across something like that, but they'll tell y'all something totally different when you over here? Oh, y'all don't even know who Zariat is, B. Which one of these people are showing you or telling you who Zariat is? Do y'all know who he is? I mean, you probably know because you watched the show. Anybody? I don't know who that dude is.
Blackbird.
Blackbird, right? But see, this is the difference when you're doing this type of work. I'm trying to tell you, this is the thing that people don't want to support it, because what happened, they want to take it and then water it down and then give it back to y'all. So, yes, it's Blackbird, right? So you hear people speak about Zariat, right? So I'm in my brain, like, because I travel, I'm sitting here like, yo, hold up. Here's Zariat right here. I'm gonna show y'all who he is, okay? 1 second. This is Zariat. That's me in Cordoba. You see the guitar? That's Zariat. Now, oh, Jamal said a couple of his people from Persia know him. See what I'm saying? Black folks don't know, but everything that you are getting still come from us. That's hip hop. That's Zariat. Now you hear people speak about him. There's a music hall there also. So do you think for 1 minute, and that's the oud guitar, none of these Moors that you sit on these platforms with, they will watch this video and then do a video behind it, and then y'all would throw them thousands of dollars as if they the ones that actually brought this information out. This is why when you read the Sacred Drift, brother, oh my gosh, the sellout in the movement was real, brother. They sold Noble Drew Ali out. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So they sold Noble Drew Ali out because of jealousy and envy, and we have not learned our lessons yet. This is the oud guitar. So let me show you what the oud guitar looks like. This is it. That's what you see on the top of Zariat. I saw them making things like this in Spain, but I bought this one in Morocco. It's for sale too if y'all got like $700. No, I would rather spend money on a concert, brother. If I sign it, it's going to be more. So that's Zariat. He was from Iran. He was Persian. So as I'm sitting back reading the Sacred Drift yesterday, right? I said, wait a minute. He lived in Iran for how long? For 8 years? The dude who wrote that book? I said he had to run across that information. And this is the wild part about all of this, brother. There's a lot of people that's watching this feed right now that knows what I'm talking about. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about because the black people ain't telling y'all that. I still got mine. I bought from you. You got the small one, right? Yo, you got to get, I'm going to bring me some more of these back. My brother Rashidi bought a big one. He bought the big one when I was over there. So I had Percy bring one back and I brought one back. That's how we got it on the plane.
How you fit those in the backpack?
It wasn't in the backpack, bro. It wasn't on the backpack. We just had them on our arms. They gave us a cover, right? It's a cover that you can cover it up. It's like a guitar cover. You just carry it. That's it. Put
Like
it in an
you see in
overhead.
the movie?
Yeah, put an overhead bin. It is what it is. But the thing is that if you understood country music, and this is why nobody's doing this like this, brother. None of these cats on these platforms is doing this. And I got to go through hell just to pull tooth and nail just y'all so y'all can support it. So as I'm digging into this, and I'm like, okay, starting to make sense. So there's a music hall that's actually in Cordoba too. A big music hall in Cordoba, right? Named after him. And I'm sitting here like, okay, so they make you think that these people were somebody else, but really they're the Elamites. Right? And so I'm starting putting this puzzle together. I said, okay, so let's go a little deeper into this guy's book. So I'm looking in this guy's book. Then I looks up him. I said, let me research him because I research everybody. Right? So all of this stuff, look what he says. And when you go online to look it up, this is him. And he talks about the anti-caliphate. He talks about the Arab. All this is in the book. I sent it to you yesterday, bro. I shouldn't have sent it to you. I should have waited till you paid me because I need the finances. So I can't, brother. I have enough patience. My patience is running thin, brother. Okay, so please don't tell me have patience. My patience run thin. I've been patient enough with people.
I hear you.
The African-American Noble Drew Ali. This is the funny part. The founder of the Black Islam in this country. This is the funniest part. And of the violent end of the struggle for love, truth, peace, right? Freedom and justice. I'm bugging about this. I'm looking at this like, yo, everybody's supposed to be patient. No, support it. Not next week. That's what I need now. Shit. So as I'm reading this book, right, I'm up to 3 o'clock. So now it's bringing things back to me. And if you say you read this book, I'm going to ask y'all a question. If you say you read it. There's a couple of things in this book, but two major things they mentioned somebody in that book. There's a pretty big figure that is mentioned in that book? Do anybody know? It's a lot of people in that book that's being mentioned. Now, you can't go overseas and not know who this particular brother is. Can I show you who it is? Do anybody know yet? Since y'all said y'all read The Sacred Drift, I told you I read everything. So the difference is if I'm doing a dissertation, right, and I sat in front of 3 to 5 people at a university and they ask me where I get my research from and show my research, I can show it. Do anybody know yet? I told you every time I'm on this feed, this is a dissertation. Nobody net yet? But you read The Sacred Drift? Watch. I'm gonna show you what is mentioned in there. I don't know, Sabir, but I read it. People always tell me they read the stuff that I question them. They can never tell me. Well, it's been a long time ago. It's been a long time for me too. I told you. Carter G. Woodson said this is a lot of painstaking research, bro. And honestly, I was just telling somebody, I'm like done. I'm finished. I'm tired. It wears you out, right? So he was mentioned inside the book. Who is that man right there? Do anybody know who that man is right here? He was mentioned. Oh, wait a minute, bro. Bear with me. So imagine reading a book, right? And then you go to the place where he's from. But his family was from Yemen. Ibn Khaldun's family was from Yemen. That be near the, what y'all call the Middle East. The Middle East, right? So this is Ibn Khaldun. Bear with me one second. That's not Morocco, people, for y'all. You know, Moors always got to think it's Morocco, but it's not Morocco. It's Tunis, people. So let me explain to y'all what I'm saying. Mark Zuckerberg, Ronald Reagan, and all of them study Ibn Khaldun. Everybody from a different country. If you want to talk about economics, they study Ibn. You can look up Mark Zuckerberg, how you spell his name, in Ibn Khaldun. This is called the Muqaddimah. The Muqaddimah means the introduction. I bought this book when I was in Tunis, in North Africa, because I was there just not for vacation, but I was there trying to gather this information together to bring back to people. And I got a lot of books on Ibn Khaldun. Let me give you a couple of other lists, okay? I just don't feel like putting all the books out, but let me help you out on Ibn Khaldun. Give me 1 second. Now, you've seen this one. You've seen this one. Ibn Khaldun's. All these are his books. Not all of them. I'll blow it up so y'all can see some of the other ones. He always writes about Ibn Khaldun. And guess what he had? They in every Ivy League university. They're in a lot of universities, brother. So as I'm reading the book last night, and he's bringing up Ibn Khaldun, so let me prove my point. Let's go back to the book again. So as I'm reading this, he's bringing up a lot of people. Hold up. Let's pull up Ibn Khaldun. Give me 1 second. Let's go back to him again. I'm bugging till 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, okay, so it's making a lot of sense now. So when you go here, this is gives like the layout. Now, most people would probably not even look this up. You see it? You see his name right there? From Ibn Khaldun. Sufi traveler from Ibn Khaldun. It's in the book. Wait a minute. Who is this guy, Ibn Khaldun? Oh, and Abyssinia. Wait a minute. Epicenia. What's Epicenia, bro? Do anybody know what Epicenia is without going on YouTube or Google? Anybody, real quick? Anybody know what Epicenia? Now, mind you, this is not Google research. Do anybody know what Epicenia is? And if you want this book, I got it. Nobody? Maybe. Thank you. Ethiopia, right? Hold up. Would it be Epicenia? Oh, y'all don't get me. This is real research, bro. You have to understand the history. None of these dudes is doing this research. So all the money that y'all give them, what do they do with the money? Go to strip clubs? This is Dinkinish. Lucy is called Dinkinish. Dinkinish in Amharic. Dinkinish. Okay? Pick your poison with me. Oh, I can do this all day, bro. All day to make it all make sense. So when you start putting this together, it starts to make a lot of sense. And it can make somebody very, very jealous. So that's Ibn Khaldun. So when you read Ibn Khaldun's work and you look him up, let me give you another one on Ibn Khaldun. Give me 1 second. That y'all probably never even saw this either. Let's find this. Please tell me I got it. Oops, didn't put it up here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute. I thought I put it up there, but bear with me 1 second. So Ibn Khaldun's name is actually mentioned in a philosophy book. His name is mentioned in philosophy book. So if anybody studies philosophy, right, which I don't know who studies philosophy, but I do. But let me show you something. 4860.
Hey, that's deep, because didn't you say he was mentioned for the algorithm?
Say that again.
So that's deep that he's in a philosophy book. Didn't you say he was mentioned for the algorithm, being known for the algorithm?
No, algorithm is by another Muslim. That's another Muslim. So the father algorithm. But this is him in a philosophy book. So if you read philosophy and you ignore his name is right there. So now imagine going to the place where his monument is at and then getting into the libraries and studying who Ibn Khaldun is. That's kind of weird, ain't it? So if you study anybody that's in school for philosophy, you should know him. Or you can sit and talk with me. I can tell you about him. Okay? He's in this book right here. And he's also in this philosophy book. This is the Encyclopedia of Philosophy. And this is the philosophy. He's in here too. So the wild part is you're being taught about Greek philosophers. But there you go. A scholar, historian. That's him. A thinker, the first thinker to articulate the comprehensive theory. Look at that. Did y'all know that? So now let's think about what I'm giving you right now, brother. And people are texting me, it's like, brother, this is some university stuff. Yes, it is. This is university. So can I get a university paycheck? But the first thinker. So when you go back and you start seeing, when you go to these places, this is the guy, Ibn Taymiyyah. Ibn Taymiyyah is the one where they got the storyline from Tarzan. See, it's nothing that this European is bringing. That storyline, I have this book too. I have that one too. Ibn Taymiyyah, the story of the Tarzan, it comes from him. Y'all didn't know that? And look who else they got in here. Averroes. I've been around all these people. I've seen them all. So each one mentions. So what's that movie called with the tiger? What's that an Indian movie? It's an Indian movie. But
I don't know the name. I know what you're talking about though.
But Tarzan comes from that. It comes out of Islam. Yo, it's a whole story. I have that book too, bro. So when you go to these countries, right, and you start seeing this, it'll blow your freaking mind, homie. It will blow your mind. And this is why they go to people that feels inferior. Now, if you research it, you can find it. But I'm doing the research for you. So when I was over there, I started seeing all these things. I said, wait a minute, it starts to make too much sense. And then I go back. You know, here you go. You want to see the book I have? Here's the book right here. Here's my book. Right there. That's where Tarzan come from. Oh, it's a whole story behind all of this. And don't think, nope, your HBCU is going to teach you this. Nope, they're not. Now, when you research it, you're going to find it. Now, I can tell you about it. All about these things. What happened? And this is why you watch you seen the last Tarzan? Did you see the last Tarzan with Samuel Jackson?
A piece of it.
See, y'all be seeing pieces of it. Y'all got to take time. Slow down, bro. In the United States, they got y'all moving too fast. So in the last Tarzan, Samuel Jackson was in it. Go back and watch it. And they always have to make us look like buttholes. You've seen these cats jumping from a tree, right? If you go watch the movie, and he was jumping onto the train to save the rest of the Africans. Samuel Jackson didn't know what to do. He was scared to death. That's black people. It's the same storyline with Superman, right? With Superman, right? So Superman, that whole concept come from us. The Ka'il, Ja'il, quartz crystals. It's similar to this. When he took something like this and he stuck it in and his father comes up on the screen, it's all quartz. It was a quartz crystal. On the planet he was on, right? He left home and he was so away from who he really truly was. And every time he got close, remember he came from where? Where did he come from? Where did Superman come from? They just make these stories. These stories are real though, big. What planet did he come from? Is it making sense? What planet did he come from? Come on, man. You watched Superman before. Don't try to steal this, people. I know some of y'all cats going to try, but holla at your boy. Because I'm going to speak in riddles. Krypton. Krypton, right? Have you ever paid attention to it? So what made Superman weak? Pay attention to the Krypton. What made him weak?
Kryptonite stone.
Krypton, right? Kryptonite, right? Are you putting two and two together with the Krypton? It was the kryptonite. It was the Mobite. This thing right here. This is a meteor, right? That fell from the sky. This fell from the sky. This, and I have another one floating around here somewhere. It's a strong energy, brother. When you sleep with this around your neck, brother, it will take you somewhere totally different. I'm not lying. And I was in Vegas and somebody came in and bought, there's a jewelry store in Vegas. And they said somebody came in and bought all the moldavite. There was no more moldavite there. No more. This little piece was $30, but I have another one that's bigger than this. That little piece was $30. These cats wouldn't even spend $30 on a piece like that. They would, no, brother, I'd rather go buy me a blunt. Not understanding the history. But Europeans know your history, right? So every time he got close to it, what happened to him? He got weak. Because he was not used to it anymore. We're not used. It's like the truth, brother. We don't want the truth. We love the lie, if that makes sense. This is what Keras once said. If there was a reward for the truth, then everybody would tell the truth. You follow me? So we want the lie. We want to feel good. And that's why you go to the Umar Johnsons, you go to the Tariq Nasheeds, because that's what they give you. The feel good. It's like when you hit somebody with that Novocaine, they submit peacefully. That's what Frantz Fanon was talking about. The oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. That the oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. They don't have to do anything anymore. Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. When you can control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. When you can control a man's thinking, just think about it. They control your thinking. So when you deal with philosophy and critical thinking, you think for yourself. Are you follow me? So you question things and ask questions. No critical thinking is being used with these black people here in the United States, brother. You keep following everybody. Oh, Jay-Z's here. Well, Kevin Hart was wrong. Well, no, they shot that boy in the store. Where's your critical thinking at? So when Carter G. Woodson said, when you can control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions. We all go through this life, bro. We all are living in the United States on this lie. And again, I keep bringing up the Asabiyyah. Start looking out for the people that's looking out for you. If these dudes are giving this type of information to you, fine, support them. If I'm giving it to you, support what I'm doing. That's all I ask people to do. And this is the thing about it. I love my sister Kafunya, because I was talking to my sister Kafunya. I text her. And my sister Kafunya, they have a thing in Jamaica. They say, I call forward. It's like pay forward. I call forward. And that's like, it was funny when she said it. Said, I call it forward. She said, I miss your call. I'll call forward, which means she'll call me later. So what happens, you can pay forward, which means don't call me when you get in trouble and think I'm supposed to give the magic wand and say, well, this is what it is. And that's what y'all expect from Sabir. She said, I'll return your call and call it forward. I love her. That's my sister Kafunya. Think about this. I told y'all, there's a chapter in the Holy Quran about hypocrites. And a lot of y'all cats on this feed is hypocrites. Because you're just sitting on this feed trying to figure out what you can get for free from Sabir instead of saying, yo, Sabir, what you need to get done today, brother? And this is why I back away from certain things. I know what I'm good at, and I know what my value is. And I know I'm good at what I do. And people be saying, I don't know how you do it. Stan says it too. I don't know how you do it every day. It's because it goes back, brother, to that Bob Marley thing, fam. Bob Marley was shot. And Bob Marley said, the people who's not trying to make this world worse don't take a day off, so why should I? I can't call on somebody and say, I need $500. And you drop me, not telling me next week. Like, nah, I got you next week. Nah, bro. This thing is real. This thing is real, bro. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching it. And as I'm reading through this book, all this stuff is starting to hit me. Okay, that makes sense. This makes sense. Okay, let's go to another one that makes sense. I said, it's starting to make sense to me. It's starting to make sense. I said, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's go to that book for a second. I told you could bring me somebody that's in the Nation of Islam. You could bring me any of them. Let's talk about it. Let's go to the history real fast. Because you got to go back and find out why they had to get rid of Fred Hampton. If they were talking about Asabiyyah, yeah. So early communities from 1900s to 1960s, the Moorish Science Temple, the Ahmadiyya movement, Universal Islamic Society, the first Muslim mosque in Pittsburgh, Islamic Brotherhood. The Nation of Islam came later in 1930s. Somebody sold y'all out, brother. It wasn't Sabir. No. This is a hard path, brother. This is hard to do this, bro. So, this is in the book when Noble Drew Ali was bringing us to this. And somebody made this comment to me. Somebody left a comment and said, you're a prophet. Who said he was my prophet? He's a brother. He is a prophet, but I don't belong to the Moorish Science Temple of America, so I just have to make that clear for a lot of people. I don't. I respect all messengers, but the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Okay? So Please do not link Sabir to no more science temple because I have a Bey on my name. I am not a member of any organization, no group, no club, no clique. I, Sabir Bey, am a historian. Okay? I am a philosopher. I am a teacher. Okay? So no, I don't belong to nobody's group, club, clique that you can try to silence me. I'm not that. With that being said, let's go back to the Sacred Drift. If you read the Sacred Drift, you will understand the sellouts in the movement and what happened to the Moors. So let's go to Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali was a Seminole, Cherokee rather. The Cherokee, like Seminole, adopted runaway slaves and indentured servants. Now, this is in the book, The Sacred Drift. There are many racially mixed Cherokees, including Lumbee tribe. So if somebody really read this, if all of these so-called black Indian dudes read this information, you would not be arguing none of these things. If any of these so-called from top chief cat, whoever they are, if they really read this information, they would know that we're not separate. Yes, the Moors was the first ones that came here. Yes, we were the ones that discovered America long before Columbus. Where's my book at? Yes, we were the ones that was here before him. Yes, we were, no doubt. I told everybody this also. If you want to know anything about Africa and America, you should pick up this book called Africa versus America. I keep trying to tell people you need to cop this book. Take time and read. Stop trying to be out here trying to jump on somebody's platform and somebody knows his history will eat you up. And I'm talking to you Moors too. That's why they would never call me. They will call a Moor who are too anxious to try to be on somebody's platform and try to prove something to them, and they get mad at them. I don't get mad at these people because I know they haven't read what I've read. I know they haven't been where I've been. So instead of them saying, like the European do, we will back the person that can speak on this subject matter. That's how much jealousy and envy that we have amongst each other. We have so much jealousy, envy, and hate amongst each other, brother. It's crazy. Okay? So let me show you the book. And I told everybody they need to get this book. I have it in Spanish and English. And when you read this book, you will understand the history of Africa and America because it's one and the same. So you have to have primary sources and secondary sources. Primary and secondary sources. The problem is y'all too goddamn lazy to do anything. So this book is in UCLA in the Spanish version. If you notice, it says the language Spanish. I do have the Spanish version and the English version. And when you read this book, it actually talks about the Moriscos, which is this one right here. This is my English version of it. I have the English version of this too. So the translated version of this book, that's the translated version. Let me give you the original one. This is the Spanish one. I paid $35 when I was in Granada. $35 in Granada. But now it's, if you want the translated version of it, it's $200 and something. But you'll spend money on your car note and all this other crazy stuff. Invest in your knowledge, baby, way beyond college. So that's the one for $233. This one is $428. Cop them. Y'all can email me. I send it directly to you. And then on top of that, if you want to try to test me on what's in there, I can literally explain what's inside the books. Okay? So anybody else wants to join the feed? And I'm going to take a quick break and see how many people we got in the feed in support. All right. Pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Let's go. I'll be right back. Where we at?
Battery
We're an hour and
40%.
16 minutes, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
iPad 107.
Book now and save.
Let's. Come on, man. Pick it up.
Get up, what we slowing down for? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up.
What's up?
Get up, what we slowing down for? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We gotta really love each other more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. It's the teacher, class is open, G. Let's get open on the concept of voting. We begin the discussion by viewing democracy. People power, a people rule philosophy. Democracy is a pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. It's the teacher, class is open, G. Let's get open on the concept of voting. We begin the discussion by viewing democracy. People power, a people rule philosophy. Democracy is a system of government where the whole population is the sum of it. Where the government can't move without its people. Where before the law, everybody's equal. But take a look at the police and how they treat you. Take a look at these corporations that cheat you. Democrats and Republicans are all see-through. Now we voting for the lesser of two evils. Man, don't let them deceive you. This is an autocracy, not a democracy. But to call us a democracy without my interest in the laws of society, that's called hypocrisy. Get up. What we slowing down for? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We gotta really love each other more. Pick it up, yeah. Pick it up, pick it up, yeah. Pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Democracy only happened one time in European history. Now keep this in mind. It was practiced in Athens overseas in 508 BC by Cleisthenes. Citizens would get together on a hillside and decide how and if they was gonna ride. But in 322 BC, here's what happened. Alexander of Macedon conquered Athens. And that was the end of democracy, where the people had a say in their society. Today, we gotta get more knowledge and learn about the function of the electoral college. It doesn't matter who you vote for today. The electoral college has the last say. But that's another day. Here's what I came to say. Rise up! Get up! What we slowing down for? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We gotta really love each other more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. In corporate-sponsored elections, who's winning? This the wrong direction from the beginning. Every candidate got scandal, they all sinning, trying to convince you, telling you what they've been in. But the real issues, they get avoided, while our children still getting exploited. They call me blast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. In corporate-sponsored elections, who's winning? This the wrong direction from the beginning. Every candidate got scandal, they all sinning, trying to convince you, telling you what they've been in. But the real issues, they get avoided, while our children still getting exploited. They call me Blastmaster Chris, edutainment. That's what my tactic is. Some criticize Chris, some laugh at Chris, but you can't say Chris is not an activist. Social justice, I got a passion for this, cause equal rights, we still asking for this. So when I do my tour, it's not just rapping for Chris. I'm giving you more than gun packing with this. I'm opening doors, you should be asking about this. You listening to the whores and them capitalists. Their game is tight. Chris, but you can't say Chris is not an activist. Social justice, I got a passion for this. Cause equal rights, we still asking for this. So when I do my tour, it's not just rapping for Chris. I'm giving you more than gun packing with this. I'm opening doors, you should be asking about this. You listening to the whores and them capitalists. Their game is tight, got you trapped into this. It won't be long before the ring you have to like kiss. That's why I'm an activist. I help people not to get trapped in this. The temptation, you getting wrapped into this. So get up, stop sitting like a pacifist. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
I told y'all nobody brings a show like this. This is really off the top. Anybody wants to challenge me yet? You gotta know how this go, baby. I'm good at what I do. Okay? Stop being a pacifist. Pick it up. So let's go back to the sacred drift. Anybody wants to come on yet? So let's go back to figure out what happened and how they sold Noble Drew Ali out. Because jealousy runs rampant with our people. So yes, here we go. We were here in the United States, people. Long before that. There were black Muslims here before. Okay? Fact. But the crazy part about this, there was a part of this book, and it spoke about the Negro journals. Let me see if I can find that page. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. History of the Negro Journal. Let's pull this one up real fast. This is talking about the history of the Negro Journal. Has anybody ever read that book before, The History of the Negro Journal? Y'all know who that is? See the Journal of Negro History. Do anybody know who book that is? Number 25, number 3, I guess. 1940s. Y'all know who that is? Anybody? Okay, so let me help y'all out. Keep trying to tell you, I'm always prepared, baby. You got to read this one too. I know this is too much painstaking research, baby. It is too much. 1940s. The education of the Negro prior to 1861. I told y'all before. These Moors have to avoid me like the plague, bro. Because you're going to have to read all this stuff. I know they got to keep y'all busy, so it's crazy. Colored freedmen and owners of slaves. Wow. In Virginia. I need to post this one up here too. Oh, I need to post this one up here. Hold on, let's say. Colored freemen as slave owners. Did y'all know about that one? Hold on, I'm gonna do something real fast. Give me 1 second. I gotta do some switching around. Where we at? Brother Marcus, what's up, bro? I gotta do something real fast, so bear with me, y'all. Okay? Because I don't have a co-host right now at this particular moment. So we're gonna give y'all time to go get some of these black scholars real quick. Let's have some fun. Hurry up before the time is up. Okay, give me 1 second. So you have to be on top of your A game, B. You got to be on his A game, and that's why I said this is the job that Smalls and I was talking about. This is the job. So always come and cite your sources if you come to this show. Give me 1 second. Let's pull this one up. And y'all can take a picture, or you can actually have me come speak on this subject matter. But there it is right there. For the world can see. Yes. Colored freemen as a Negro as slave owners in Virginia in the 17th century. Did y'all know about that one? No Negro or Indian through baptized and enjoyed in their freedom shall be capable of what? Any purchase. So if you became baptized, oh my gosh. So the guy who wrote the book, The Sacred Drift, he's going back and forth. So every book that he has, I have. Every book that the dude who wrote The Sacred Drift, and I told everybody, y'all should get that book. Straight up. Oh my God, this is amazing, brother. It's crazy. Makes a lot of sense. Once you get it, you can never go backwards. You cannot go backwards once you get this information. So I want y'all to understand the mindset. I would jump from one book to the next book to the next book to cross-reference all these things while y'all go online looking up things. Okay? So, no sponsorship yet? No, I ain't get no support. I ain't get no love over here yet, y'all. Oh, I'm great. Oh, I'm great. And this show, I'm not even getting no, wow. Jamal, nobody yet, brother. They don't like me. They just like the information. Oh, brother, I had to pay my car note. You know, I told you I have books that cost more than your car note and your house note at the same time. I literally have books that cost that much money. But everybody, they got our people so busy, brother, on so many levels, bro. So I'm gonna say this to y'all. Read this Sacred Drift, big. It's 188 pages. This book, in the Africa versus America book, homie. When you read this, you'll understand what happened to our people. You'll understand what took place. You can't keep blaming and talk about it's the white man that did these things. It's our people. It's black people. We did it. And we're still doing it because we have not learned the lessons yet. So when I get people that hit me up and say this person burnt me, that person burnt me, that person sent me, got $2,000 from me, $3,000, it's not my business. That's not Sabir Bey's concern. You did it. You didn't even give me 100 of what you sent them. So, no. So let's move forward. All right. Let's find some more. In the Sacred Drift. In 1920, the photograph of the American black man dressed in a robe. This is Noble Drew Ali. He talks about it. The official sources describe Noble Drew Ali as the founder of the first Muslim Islamic sect in America. It's truth. He was less than this. This is what they're talking about. Were black Muslims here before him? Yes, it was. That's a fact. There was Muslims here before Noble Drew Ali, no doubt. No doubt. Because they poor people. They are don't so they what people's always coming in. They be talking, she be talking about y'all like crazy. They be calling y'all poor. They not poor. They went to the Roots picnic. They're not poor. Why do you keep calling these people poor? They're not poor. Hold up. They're not poor people. Hold on, let me see something. don't even know if it's still up here. Yeah, them prices was out of control. I don't know if I can find it, but give me 1 second. They was like up in the thousands. VIPs was 1,000. The ranging from 999 silver to 1,400. That's how much the Roots picnic was. So no. Nope. But get your money. But that city got that money, big. They're not poor. Yeah, but the tickets started at 2 something to $3,000. So they're not poor. This is the thing. Key is the mindset is poor, if that makes sense. It's the mind. Caravis one would always say, we know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. The value of everything, but the price of, yeah, I think that's how it went. But I'm almost finished, y'all. So jump into the arena. Let's have some fun. Let me see something. Give me 1 minute. I gotta cue something up. So while I'm doing this, y'all have time to come challenge me. You should have already gathered your information together.
Okay, now listen to this. Okay, now listen to this. A mystical teacher sat by the seaside. It was about 5 o'clock because we heard the free ride. Anyway, the teacher was talking in stride, sitting upon a rock that was wide, warning against false pride. Come to where I reside, a woman cried, and the teacher replied, do you serve your fish fried? Yes, she replied, with potato salad on the side, and the teacher replied, well, where do you reside? She said, up on the hillside. It's not a far ride. If you came to have dinner, I would be so gratified. The teacher replied, it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you decide. She replied, 7 o'clock, do you like stir-fried? She was mystified and felt so dignified. The teacher was coming to the house where she resides. So she purified with pesticides, called her friends up nationwide. Some of her friends were tongue-tied. They felt so glorified. She made steamed fish, baked fish, fish that was fried, soup, steamed vegetables, potato salad on the side. You could smell the bread in the oven far and wide, natural juices and water purified. Organic fruits brought from the countryside with silver forks and knives placed side by side. You could not be dissatisfied. Looking out the window, staring at the mountainside, you would have died. 6:59, she's swollen with pride. As the moment intensified, there's a knock from outside. She opens the door, for the teacher has arrived. But to her surprise, it was a bum who cried, please, I smelt the bread from outside. One piece. And then she replied, the teacher is coming. He's soon to have arrived. You're making me look bad. Come on now, step aside. The bum then replied, when I say I'm hungry, I haven't lied. Give me some of that chicken that you just fried. She replied, chicken? Fried? No, that's for the teacher. You're not purified. Then she slammed the door and went back inside. Sat on the couch with the TV guide. She looked at the clock. It was 7:09, then 7:30. He still hasn't arrived. 8 o'clock, she's on the downside. 9 o'clock, by now she's teary-eyed. She's pissed off and her anger multiplied. She cried, then fell asleep dissatisfied. Next day, she woke up and was preoccupied with meeting the mystical teacher who lied. Where could he hide? She ran down by the seaside. He was there teaching about false pride. You lied, she replied, you lied. You said you'd be there at 7 o'clock, you lied. He replied, no, I have not lied. I came at 6:59 and you told me to move aside. I asked for bread and the chicken that was fried. And you said that I wasn't purified. She replied, I wasn't notified. I had no idea that you was the bum that cried. And the teacher sighed, then replied, this concludes our lesson on false pride.
He said they are. He said so. They saying y'all poor, right? They are, Sabir. I tuned into Real Nigga channel on Saturday, and they be sending him like over his $300 goal. Can I get $300 from somebody on here? Really? Can I get $300? I need it right there. Can I get $300 from somebody? Wow. And real nigga is like on a high level. Wow. Real niggas out there with you in China. No doubt. Shout out to everybody that's in China, man. Just give shout out to China, bro. You see, I got my people in China watching, but they calling y'all poor in the States, brother. But you know, and this is the thing. You have to, honestly, I have to stop making excuses up for a lot of these black people that say, brother, I'm gonna be real with you, because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. We all gonna go through, we going through these ups, ebbs and flows about what's going on and what the government is doing. But at the same time, this is a very, very hard thing to do. You know what I mean? It is. It's very hard. Okay? Give me my big cousins come to that money. Brother, listen, I don't need no cheerleaders, brother Ty. Do your part, homie. That's all I'm going to keep telling you. Do your part in support. There's no excuses with any of those links, bro. Do your part. I don't need cheerleaders, homie. And we don't deal with yes men over here either. So do your part and let's get to it. Okay? So when you study this history, you'll understand what is going on. I've been around a lot of places, B. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen history. Not from vacation, like my brother Teray says. Not from a vacation point of view. No. Ibn Khaldun's Asabiyyah. Ibn Khaldun's. So if you want to get that sacred drift, y'all can holler at me. I think I'm gonna do what, 5 or 10 more minutes. What y'all think? What do you think, brother Marcus? 5 or 10 more minutes. What y'all think? But we got to talk to the youth, B. We got to get them together. They're mental. But if the parents is not right, the children are definitely not going to be right. 5 or 10 more minutes. His channel is called Real Nick. Really? If they invite me, I'll come. Tell them to invite Sabir. I'll come. No problem. Now, I'm going to do something, people, that may upset some people. Give me 1 second. Let me clear some stuff up. I may play something that may upset somebody, but give me 1 second. How many of y'all ever been to Turkey before? Raise your hand. Have you ever been to Turkey? Anybody been to Turkey on here? Raise your hand if you have. And I'm going to show you another book that everybody should get. I have this book too. You ever see this book before? Have y'all ever saw this book? This is another crazy book that y'all should pick up. Can't make this up. See how much this one costs while we let this thing play. Go look up this price of this book right here. It's 240 pages. I want y'all to look this up while you listen to this track, okay? And if you want this one too, you can holler at me. Somebody, please go look up that price of that book. I told you I read everything.
Let freedom ring with a buckshot, but not just yet. First, we need to truly understand the nature of the threat. And a pale man walks in the threshold of darkness. Roughly 20,000 years ago, the first humans evolved with the phenotypical trait, genetic recessive, blue eyes, blonde hair, and white skin. Albinism apparently was a sin to the original man, African, so the mutants traveled north of the equator. Good Europeans later, the first race haters. So here's the devil's alpha to the beta. Cause history's best qualified to teach one, quoting German philosopher Schopenhauer, every white man is a faded or a bleached one. Migration created further mutation, genetic drifts, evolution through recombination, adapted to the climate, as the Caucasus mountain man reverted to that of a primate. Savage Neanderthals until the late Paleolithic age, that's when the black Grimaldi man came, with the symbol of the dragon, fire and art. Check cave paintings in France and Spain to the Venus of Willendorf. Around 2000 BC, Southern Russians migrate in small units. Those who travel west populated Europe. Those who in the east settled in Iran, known as Aryans. 1500 BC, some crossed the Khyber Pass into India and created Hinduism, the first caste system, the origins of racism. A white dot on the forehead meant delete. The black dot defeat, untrustable, untouchables. They wrote the Holy Vedas in Sanskrit. That's the language that created Greek, German, Latin, and English. Now the Minoans around 2000 BC starts on the island of Crete in the Aegean Sea. The Greek culture begins Western civilization, but Western civilization means white domination. Mycenaeans learned from command called Egypt and Greek. It existed since at least 3000 BC, creating geometry and astronomy. This knowledge influenced Plato, Socrates, and Hippocrates. Because Imhotep, the real father of medicine, was worshipped in Greece and Rome in the form of a black African. The word Africa comes from the Greek Afrik, meaning without code. The word philosophy means love of knowledge, stole from the first man. Greek power expands. The first Greek fraternities banned. The word gymnasium is Greek for naked. This was the place where adolescent boys were educated and molested. This was accepted because Greek culture was homosexual. For example, Sappho trained girls on the island of Lesbos, hence the word lesbian.
Hey, let these dumb motherfuckers know.
December 25th, the birth of Saturn, a homosexual god. Now check the historical pattern. December 25th, now thought the birth of Christ was Saturnalia. When men got drunk, fucked each other, then beat their wife. Fact is, it was still practiced till they called it Christmas. So put a gerbil on your Christmas list. The Hellenistic era, Alexander the Great conquers all the way to India, leaving 4 successive states. By the 5th century BC, Rome succeeds to be the conqueror of Egypt and Greece, but had the threat of the Black Phoenicians in Sicily. The Punic Wars began 264 BC. The Black general Hannibal and Carthaginian peace. In 146 BC, Carthage fell after a 6-month siege. Rome sold every citizen in slavery, the first genocide of history. And more bisexuality in sight. Julius Caesar was known as every woman's husband and every man's wife. Spartacus revolt, slave rebellion at lost. With 6,000 slaves was nailed on a cross. Oh shit, Jesus Christ. Time for some act right. Christians, get your facts right. His Christ was not his name. That's Greek for one who was anointed. Yahshua ben Yosef was his name. Do Christians know this? So who do you praise? Do you know his name? Or do you do this in vain? Accepting the religion they gave slaves to behave. Peep the description of a story in Josephus. Short, dark, with an underdeveloped beard was Jesus. He had the Romans fearing revolution. The solution was to take him to court and falsely accuse him. After being murdered by Pilate, how can it be these same white Romans established Christianity? Constantine would later see the cross in a dream. In his vision, it read, "In Honk, Signal Wonka, in this side we conquer, manifest destiny." In 325, he convened the Nicene Creed and separated God into 3. Decided Jesus was born on December 25th and raising on the 3rd day is a myth. Plus the deceivers commissioned Michelangelo to paint white pictures of Jesus. He used his aunt, uncle, and nephew. Subconsciously, that affects you. It makes you put white people closer to God.
Yo, the man got game like a motherfucker.
True indeed, fucking jihad. In the 8th century, Muslims conquered Spain, Portugal, and France and controlled it for 700 years. They never mention this in history class, cause old faiths are threatened when you get the real lesson. More from Baghdad, Turkey. Threaten European Christians, meaning the white way of life. Hits the crusade for Christ. On the
More from Baghdad, Turkey. Let's rewind that back one more time.
uncle and nephew. Subconsciously, that affects you. It makes you put white people closer to God.
Yo, the man got game like a motherfucker.
True indeed, fucking jihad. In the 8th century, Muslims conquered Spain, Portugal, and France and controlled it for 700 years. They never mention this in history class, cause old faiths are threatened when you get the real lesson. More from Baghdad, Turkey. Threaten European Christians, meaning the white way of life. Hits the crusade for Christ. On November 25th, 1491, Santiago defeats the last Muslim stronghold, Granada. King Ferdinand gave thanks to God for victory, and the Pope of Rome declared this day to forever be a day of thanksgiving for all European Christians. Now listen. When you celebrate Thanksgiving, what you are actually celebrating is the proclamation of the Pope of Rome, who later in league with Queen Isabella sent Cardinal Seminoles to Spain to murder any blacks that resisted Christianity. These Moors, these black men and women, were from Baghdad, Turkey. And today you eat the turkey for your Thanksgiving Day as the European powers destroyed the turkeys who were the forefathers of your mothers and fathers.
Get on the ground.
Let's fight the power.
Get on the ground.
Bitch ass niggas.
Get down.
Now around this time, whites started calling us Negroes. That's Spanish for black object, meaning we're not really people but property. And the triangle trade begins, they seize us. Queen Elizabeth sent the first slaves on a ship named Jesus. stealing land from the indigenous natives. Gave them alcohol to keep the red man intoxicated. Whites claim they had to civilize these pagan animals, but up until 1848, there's documented cases of whites being the savage cannibals. Eating Indians. In 1992, it's Jeffrey Dahmer. They slaughtered the whole race with guns, drugs, priests, and nuns. 1763, the first demonic tactic of biological warfare. As tokens of peace, Sir Jeffrey Amherst passed out clothing and blankets to the Indian community. Infested with smallpox, knowing they had no immunity. Today it's age, you best believe it's man-made. Cause ain't a damn thing changed. Let me explain. Now, since people of color are genetically dominant and Caucasoids are genetically recessive, and whites expect to be predominant, meaning survive as a race, then they ain't a damn thing changed. Let me explain. Now, since people of color are genetically dominant and Caucasoids are genetically recessive, and whites expect to be predominant, meaning survive as a race, then they simply must take precautions. That's why they're worried about the future now. Because by 2050, almost all the Earth's population will be brown and black. So understanding that, whites counter-react.
I'm saying, man, them fools ain't nothing but a teaspoon of milk in the world color majority.
So they created a system to force blacks into an unnatural position that reinforces the position of natural inferiority. In addition, created guns and developed the ethnocentric view. That God justifies every fucking thing they do. Condition people to perceive whites' culture as civilized and every other culture considered primitive. Not true. Racism is the system of racial subjugation against non-whites in every areas of human relation. Entertainment, education, labor, politics, law, religion, sex, war, and economics. See, blacks were 3/5 of a man with tax purposes intended. You think you're Afro-American, you're a 14th Amendment and a good nigga. Jews don't salute the fucking swastika, but niggas pledge allegiance to the flag that accosted you. They never teach about the breaker islands like Jamaica. But before slaves came here, whites would take a pregnant woman, hang her from a tree by her toes, slice her stomach with a knife and let the unborn baby fall to the floor. And stop an unborn child in front of all the slaves to end breed fear so they be scared, behave, and not rebel, move. Understand, all whites must be perceived as potential predators. I paraphrase historian Ishakamu Saberashenko. Understand that regardless of the lofty ideas engraved on paper, in such documents as the Constitution or Declaration of Basic Nature.
Keep trying to tell y'all, nobody brings a show like this, baby. No one. So, that was Razzcast. So, all those places he was talking about, I was in Turkey. Not over there for vacation. I was at Carthage. That was me walking to Carthage. And Hannibal was a Carthaginian Moor. You got to go back and study the history. So people, I hope y'all got something from this. That's Turkey. That's Istanbul, Turkey. That's the Blue Mosque. That's Suleiman's Mosque in Istanbul, Turkey. That's Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, Turkey. And that's the Blue Mosque. So talk to somebody who's been there. So listen, y'all. I do got to get ready to go. I've been on here long enough. I told y'all look that book up. If you want this book right here, I have that book too. I have it. That book is about, I think it's like, damn, this is a lot of money for that one. But listen, reach out to me, SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. I think I did enough. Reach out to me for the Sacred Drift, Africa versus America. And let's talk about it. All right. So don't go over yet. I'm just going to slide through the shows. And I thank y'all so much. So if you're a black cop, you ain't no different, bro. You just the same. You just the modern day overseer, baby. You the modern day overseer. So you ain't doing nothing for your people. I got to go. Reach out right there and support. Peace. I got to go. Hold up.
We run New York, policeman come, we bust them out the park. I know this for a fact, you don't like how I act. You claim I'm selling crack, well you be doing that. I'd rather say see ya, cause I would never be ya. Be an officer, you wicked overseer. You hot shot, wanna get props and be a savior. First show a little respect, change your behavior. Change your attitude, change your plan. There could never really be justice on stolen land. Are you really for peace and equality? Change your behavior, change your attitude, change your plan. There could never really be justice on stolen land. Are you really for peace and equality? Or when my car's hooked up, you know you want to follow me. Your laws are minimal, cause you won't even think about looking at the real criminal. This has got to cease, cause we be getting hyped to the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. There's a little truth. Open up your eye while you're checking out the boombox. Check the exercise. Check the word overseer like a sample. Repeat it very quickly in a true boy example. Overseer, 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 officer. Yeah, officer from overseer. You need a little clarity. Check the similarity. The overseer rode around plantation. The officer is a patrolling out the nation. The overseer could stop you what you're doing. The officer will pull you over just when he's pursuing. The overseer had the right to get ill. And if you fought back, the overseer had the right to kill. The officer has the right to arrest. And if you fight back, they put a hole in your chest. They both ride horses. After 400 years, I've got no choices. The police them have a little gun. So when I'm on the streets, I walk around with a bigger one. I hear it all day. Just so they can run the light and be upon their way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Check out the message in a rough styling. The real criminal are the COP. You check for undercover and they want DG. But just cause me a black man, they want check me. Them check out me dark or it shine like the sun. But them jealous and them vex got them can't afford one. Black people still slaves up to today. But the black police officer that see it that way. He wants him salary, he wants it so it put on a budget, kill people for it. My grandfather had to deal with the cops. My great-grandfather dealt with the cops. My great-grandfather had to deal with the cops. And then my great-great-great-great, when it's gonna stop? That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
QB, but I won't stop now. Real niggas, cause I can't stop now. Brave heart, you should hate me now. Come on, but I won't stop now. Don't stop me, cause I can't stop now. You can hate me now. You can hate me now. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Don't hate me, hate the money I see. Clothes that I buy, ice that I wear, clothes that I try. Close your eyes, picture me rolling, sixes, money folding, bitches, honeys that swollen, the richest. Knots get in ya, most critically acclaimed Pulitzer Prize winner, best storyteller, thug narrator, my style's greater, model data, big threat to a lot of you haters. Commentators, ringside try, watching my paper, almost a decade, quite impressive. Most of the best is in the essence, but it's rap shit that I stand for, expanding more to the big screen. Bill Gates dreams, but it seems you rather see me in jail with state dreams. Want me off the scene fast, but good things last. Like your favorite MC, still making some mean cash. First rapper to bring a platinum plaque back to the projects, but you still wanna hate? Be my guest, I suggest. Do it now. You can hate me now. I won't stop, but I won't stop now. You can't stop, cause I can't stop now. You can hate me. You can hate me now. Do it now, but I won't stop now. Come on, cause I can't stop now. Come on, you can hate me now. Do it now. You can hate me now. Do it now. I told you, do it now. Let's go. You wanna hate me, then hate me. What can I do but keep getting money? Funny, I was just like you. I had to hustle hard, never give up until I made it. Now y'all saying that's a clever nigga, nothing to play with. Hate on me, I blew, but I'm the same OG. People warn me, when you on top, there's envy. Took my niggas out the hood, but you doubt on us. Saying we left the hood, but can't get it out of us. My bad, should I step on my shoes, give them to you? Here's my cards in my house, you can live in that too. Criticize when I float through the street. Hate my dress code, code, Gucci this, Fendi that. What you expect, ho? Nickname Esco. Took this game to its threshold. Best flow, I bet the whole US know. Try to make it like you the realest, but who the illest? Think we all know the answer to that, cause niggas feel us, right? You think I'ma come this far and let you niggas stop me now? Do it now. You can hate me now.
Oh, this song is so true.
I won't stop, but I won't stop now. Now, cause I can't stop now. Do it now. You can hate me now.
I hate you too.
But I won't stop now. You hate me now. Cause I can't stop now.
Can't stop. So if you try me, you better do your research on Sabir. Please share these videos out. I thank y'all so much for joining me. Please share, and please support. It's welcome. Okay? If not, peace and love, y'all. I gotta go.
Hell of the pearly gates. I was destined to come, predicted. Blame God, he blew breath in my lungs. Second to none. Wicked turn wives to widows. Shoot through satin pillows. The desolate one. Took a little time to claim my spot. Chairman of the board until this game stopped.